Hey everyone, this is Fairy Meadow, and I'm here on behalf of PhoenixPaintingTips.com to turn myself into a vampire just for the Halloween season. I'm going to be using some different face painting products. I'm going to start out by sponging my face a little bit paler than it already is, and about as pale as it gets already, but I'm going to do a little bit of white paint on a high density sponge. The paint I'm going to be using is, actually it's by Paradise Paint. Which is a Maron company, which is really nice because their paint, it's very white, but it's also, it kind of melds into your skin really nicely and pretty easily when you do a first layer. So I'm just going to get my hair out of the way and I'm going to sponge some white paint all over my face just to lighten my skin up. I'm only going to use what I have on my face already. I'm going to spread it out a lot. I'm going to thin this out all over my face. I'm stippling the paint by tapping up and down, up and down. That's how you can see my hand kind of vibrating a lot. And the stippling at the end, you're just tapping over the whole face. The stippling action is what's going to make it look really even. For all of these areas. There we go. I'm whiter than I've ever been. And you can drag this into your neck area a little bit if you want. Just sweep it down. That helps fade it out a little bit. Makes the lines less harsh. Okay. Now I don't want to do a really creepy vampire because I think that the vampire genre has changed a lot in the last few years. So I'm not going to do that normal black point thing. I'm a girl. I'm a girl vampire. So I'm going to make my jawline look like it's kind of protruding out a little bit more, and this area is sunken in. And I'm going to do that by making kind of a sharp line where my blush is going to come out. It's coming right out of this area over by my ear right here. And I'm doing this by using a little bit of red paint by Paradise. I've got it on the same sponge, and I put it on top of the white so it sort of fades. Then drag it down ever so slightly. It's going to come down farther over here and lighten up over here. And then I'm going to switch to the dry part of my sponge just to blend the whole thing. So notice how it's kind of almost a triangular shape like that. Okay, so there's that cheek. And you can bring it down a little farther if you'd like. My face is kind of narrow. I forget that sometimes. Bring things down a little farther to really make them stick out. There we go. Take it down. Same thing on the other side. Okay. There we go. Some girl vampire makeup. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some sort of, I don't know, I think if I were a vampire, this is how we would probably do my makeup. So I'm going to get some shimmery purple paint and mix it with a little bit of the white that I have on the back of my hand from earlier to lighten it up. And I'm just using the same sponge, and I'm going to sponge that onto my eyelid area. Just like that. A little bit more over here. And I'm just kind of doing it on the outsides of my eyes. There we go. So you can still see my eyebrows, and it's just kind of making it look a little darker, a little more sunken in. And it's also makeup, you know, if you're a girl vampire, maybe you would wear makeup. I don't really know what vampires do, but I guess I would probably wear makeup. Anyhow, I'm going to now use some black by Paradise to make some sort of eyeliner and a little bit of a design around my eye. I'm just tracing my eyelid. Make some eyeliner, then it's going to come out. It's going to come up like this. Just like that, to make 3 little points. Just bringing those points together like a spider web. This is a number 3 round brush. I'm just only using the very tip of it. Just like so. And you can bring a little swirl. Like that if you want. And then you can do something kind of similar on the other side, but maybe not exactly the same. Maybe we'll just come across, do our eyeliner, get my brush a little more wet, a little more paint on there so it's nice and smooth. do a swirl. So we got a swirl under on that side, swirl over on the side, and we'll come down out of there, and we'll turn that into the web. So there's the web on top over there, the web on the bottom over there. Now, this is pretty vampire-y already, but I know we're missing something very important. This is the creepy crawly part. I'm going to, first of all, I'm going to make my lips pretty red. I'm just using some red paint by Maron to do that on a brush. Okay, now we're going to make the bloods coming out of the mouth area. I'm not actually going to paint teeth because I want to look like a vampire. I don't want to have that sort of artificial teeth thing coming out. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to come from the corner of my mouth, go down, go draw, like that. I could just fit someone and do a little one on the other side, not so big. And that's going to look really grippy because I got my number 3 paintbrush that I use for my lipstick really wet with this red paint by Paradise. What you can do to make your blood look a little more three-dimensional and to make it look like light is reflecting off of it is you can get some really, really thick white paint onto your paintbrush. I'm using the Paradise paint that I used to sponge on my face actually, but what I'm also doing is I'm getting it really super sticky. I'm not using a lot of water and I'm really working it into the brush because you want it to sit on top of this red. You don't want it to get so absorbed into it. So I'm just going to touch a couple little places on it. To make it look like the light is hitting it. So it looks three-dimensional. See that? On the other side, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to have to clean my brush though because there's some red paint on it and you don't want to make pink. You want the light to be really vibrant. You can see that side, there's the blood, and that side there's the blood. You can make a shadow with black too, but I tend to find that makes it look too heavy. So here is my girl vampire face painting, my web makeup, and my white face, my big deep cheekbones, and dark sunken-in eyes, and I think this is a really good vampire face for Halloween. Thank you so much for watching on behalf of facepaintingtips.com. I'm Fairy Meadow. Have a wonderful day and a very, very happy Halloween. Bye!